how, so you got into speed reading just because you liked reading? That's what you're saying,
Well,
or did I miss
no,
that
I
up?
I hated to read. No,
You
I got
hated to
into
read.
it. Yeah, yeah. I went through college, hated reading, absolutely hated it. When I got out of college, I got a degree in Spanish with a minor in French and business. That's what I got. And I ended up,
Whoa, wait,
oh,
what? What?
what? Yes, I hated to read. Okay.
But here I'm
It's my
gonna go
story.
have two other languages on top of this, and you're gonna have to learn in those languages. I mean, I gotta imagine a lot of it was audio, but also reading in these other languages.
That's
Sorry,
easy
I
though,
had to
because you
like
can
take a
read
moment for that.
slow. When you read in another language, you're allowed to read slow, so it doesn't matter,
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But when you do it in English, there's this expectation that you can get through stuff pretty quick. And it's like it was hard for me at the time.
Hmm.
But I do love languages. I mean, that's also when I look at that and I go, well, I'm a homeopath, and in homeopathy, we have all different weird names for things. And, and our remedies have all different names. And I'm like, but I have such an affinity for that because of my interest in foreign language.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't, it was something I wanted to do, is just to learn those things. I don't even know what I was going to do with it at the time, but I
Just
needed a degree
because.
in something, right? Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
nowadays you don't, but like in most things you
Right.
don't. Because like if you're especially the entrepreneurial lands, like can you prove you can provide value and you can kind of hack it.
Mm,
So you
true.
didn't like to read, and then I mean, the
No, I
irony
used
of
to,
that is
no.
mind blowing to me.
So it's kind of like somebody who has figured it out, someone who like maybe was an alcoholic and then is not anymore, and then they start to proselytize about how
Okay.
important it is not to drink. It's kind of similar yet different to that, where I used to hate to read. I never understood, and this is my story, that I never understood why anybody in their right mind would want to read a newspaper on a daily basis. Like, why would you want to read more? Didn't get that. And then it was after I graduated from college. I worked for 3 years in two different companies that I just was like, I was hitting the female ceiling. Basically, they weren't going to let me go further. I was just an administrator in both of these places. And I was like, what do I want to do? And I just responded to one ad. So I think the universe was talking to me. One ad, it said, if you have a degree, you want to travel, we'll train you, please apply. And I was like, perfect. That's like, I want to get out of Dodge. I want to do something different, but I didn't know what the training was. So I apply, I get the job, and find out it's a company that teaches speed reading and study skills to kids in private schools. And I was like, I got to learn reading. Like, really? And so it was like the universe was talking to me. And I said, I want to do this because I was able to travel. I actually met my husband in those travels in Alabama. I spent time in Japan. I went to North Dakota in the winter. I mean, how many people get to do that? I mean,
Barely
really,
any.
barely any.
What a
Nobody wants
gift.
to,
What a gift.
in so many ways.
And then become, I'm gonna gather, became pretty damn good at reading.
Well, it flipped my switch of understanding, like, wow, this isn't so hard. Once you have some strategies in your back pockets, like you can do anything. And so then after I worked with them for 2.5 years, I said, you know what? It's not just for the kids, it's also for college and adults and professionals. And so that's kind of where it all started, was there, because I got turned on to reading from this job because I had a degree. I mean, it's like the what do you call that? The tumble of it, whatever, the domino effect.
Not to mention the right motivations, because
Yes.
well, I want to do all these things. A prereq is I got to be good at this thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's such a strange thing that so many times in our life we tell ourselves this story, I'm not good at blank.
Mm-hmm.
And for me it's always been something usually around like numbers and technology and all those things. But like the second the motivation's there and you have like oftentimes like a sink or swim moment, all of a sudden you can rewrite that pattern, and all of a sudden maybe I do like it. And it's like,
The light bulb went off. It was like, wow, okay.
wow. And to think like you
Yeah.
would like how that's how you met your husband. Like what a beautiful story. Like not only overcoming this thing that was perceived a weakness, but now it's fueling so many deep, enriching aspects of your life.